Hi everyone, it's Lisa. I just wanted to share this layout with you using my Scraptastic March Good Day Sunshine kit. And I also am using these artesian papers by Pink Paisley, and they're 8x8 resist papers, and you get 12 of them in a pack. I've had them in my stash forever, and I wanted to try them out, and I chose this chevron type pattern. You get 2 patterns of each and 12 papers, and they're really thick, kind of like heavy cardstock, but like a watercolory cardstock. So I actually wanted to do this layout of this donkey picture, and the colors I was concentrating on were black, gray, yellow, and with a hint of brown, but just a tiny bit of brown. And I'm using my watercolors right now to try to add those colors in, and the title for my layout is called Hello Friend, and this photo was taken on our recent vacation. We went to Nevada to see my boys, and one of my sons is stationed in the Air Force out in Nevada. He works on the jets. And then my older son is stationed in New Mexico, and he was actually flying out to Las Vegas for a wedding. So we took the opportunity to fly out there so we could see both of them. So we had an awesome time, great trip. And this layout actually was supposed to be for a YouTube hop over at Victoria. Actually, I think it was Hannah Lemieux that came up with it. It was going to be a YouTube hop, and we were going to do it for International Scrapbook Day. Sorry, my dog is still coughing. I apologize. But I didn't quite make it. I wasn't sure if this layout was going to be completed in time. So other than stressing myself out, I decided just to go with it and just finish it when I could. And now it's all finished, and I'm just kind of doing the last minute things with my voiceover. But anyways, besides all the coughing in the background, my dog's actually getting better. She's on another antibiotic now, so she's done with the steroids, and yeah, so she hasn't coughed for the past, I don't know, few hours, and of course since I started this, she just started to cough, poor little thing. So the theme for this layout, or the inspiration, was the fact that the photo of this donkey really kind of brought to light some of my struggles in life, and it's kind of a personal story, but I figured I'd share it anyways. When we were driving through Red Rock Canyon, we did a little hike, and kind of driving along, we saw some wild donkeys on the side of the road in the desert, in the mountains. It was absolutely gorgeous out there, and we stopped, and this donkey came right over to me, and he put his head into the car window and was nuzzling me, and it was the sweetest thing. He was so cute, and I was petting him, and it was just amazing, and it just kind of reminded me of all of the comfort that my animals and pets and everything have given to me over the years, and especially growing up in my childhood. I had a really rough childhood, and a lot of traumatic things that happened throughout my childhood, so we always did have pets, so I always turned to them for comfort, and I always found that it was such a healing thing for me to have them, and I think I'm pretty much the same way. Although my boys are grown up and gone, I just love my Polly, and she just brings a lot of joy to my life, and it's just, I don't know, having a dog is just peaceful, and they're always there for you. They're always excited to see you when you get home, and it's just cool. So anyways, that's my story. I did a lot of journaling around that photo. You'll see after I go ahead and type it up. But right now I'm just trying to figure out my layering. I had a lot of scraps left over, and I'm just kind of trying to use them up. So here I went ahead and used my new roller, which I hadn't used yet, and with my Prima chalk ink. I just wanted to add a little bit of more kind of, I don't know, color to that page, and kind of give it a worn out old kind of look, because it was kind of like a Western theme, since we're out in the Rocky Mountains with the wild donkey, and I really like the way that that added a little bit of color to that yellow page. So now I have my journaling done, which I knew I wanted to do quite a bit of journaling to tell my story, And although it's a personal story, something that I wanted to document, and you know, we kind of like to get to know each other here on YouTube. So that I was trying to fit that so it didn't cover over all of my words. So I just love that picture of that donkey. He's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and just distress the edges a little bit with that gray, and just to give everything kind of, you know, a kind of worn out look, and just to bring everything together. And I don't know, did I already tell you the name of that background paper? I found it in my stash and I absolutely loved it. It's by Fab Scraps and it's called Splashes. It's their beachcomber theme, and I just love barn board paper. It's the only piece I had, and I probably would hoard it if I had more. So here I went ahead and grabbed the things that I decided I wanted to use for layering, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some color to the edges there also. And I like the way that yellow looks behind the photo. It just kind of brings it together. I love the colors of this collection, our kit. It's just like the blacks and the bold yellow and the pinks. They all just look so cool together. And that saying on the left there, it says she believed she could, so she did. So I thought that was appropriate for the theme of this layout, and the fact that, you know, I do believe I'm a survivor, and I feel like, you know, whenever we put our minds to anything, we can do it. Although I do also believe that it takes a lot of work and, you know, effort to make changes and to overcome painful things. So, and I kind of talk a little bit about that in my journaling, just how I feel like I'm a survivor, and I really should be proud of myself as to how far I've come. And, you know, I put myself through nursing school, and I don't know, I just think sometimes we forget, and sometimes we need to remind ourselves to remember where we came from. So anyways, I'm just trying to figure out where I wanted that. I knew I wanted it underneath the donkey, but I didn't want to cover up the total part of the car, so it still looked like, you know, you could see that he was actually looking in the car window, because that, you know, was exactly how it happened. And I'm using my Tim Holtz Distress tool just to kind of roughen up the edges of that, just to make it look a little weathered and just fit in with the whole theme there. And I'm going to go ahead, once I adhere that down, I'm trying to fit that so I don't cover up the words there too. So I think I skip ahead here because it was taking me forever to tape down and glue down all those little pieces of paper, and I figure you guys didn't really want to see all that. So sort of save time, I just skipped over it and went ahead, and now I am to the point where everything is glued down. I've committed, and I'm just gonna start using some embellishments. Those flowers are from or by Petaloo, which it's called the Burlap Blossoms, and they're burlap flowers, and they're really cute. I thought they would be appropriate for this theme, this westerny type barn theme. And so I'm kind of using my glossy accents to glue those down. I have had these in my stash for quite a long time too, and it just feels really good to pull stuff out of your stash and use them, because I've had these for, I don't even know, a year or two. No, maybe just a year. I think I bought them for a project and then never did the project. So I tried to go through my stash, and although I did use mostly the kit for this layout, but I've been pulling stuff out and leaving it on my desk just so that it will remind me to use it. There's the flowers. I wanted to show you guys what they looked like in the package. So these hearts are from the Good Day Sunshine kit from Scraptastic, and I love the embellishments that the kit came with, and the little black bow that I'm going to be using. I really like those bows. They do add a lot of dimension and texture to the layout. I'm trying to adjust those hearts. It was driving me crazy for some reason. And I'm going to figure out where I want to put that bow, and then I really wanted to do one of the larger flowers. I also added that flare badge from our kit, and it says noted on it, and I liked the color, and I liked the fact that it had stripes on it. Kind of went with the lines in the barn board. But we had such a good time on this trip, and the weather there was amazing. It was every day you woke up, it was sunny, it was 80 degrees and dry. So usually the heat bothers me, but because it was dry and not humid, didn't bother me at all. It was amazing. We did a lot of fun things with my kids, and we just kind of went on some adventures together. And of course, we were in Las Vegas. Not really into gambling and stuff like that, although I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't really interest me. But we did, you know, just because we were there, try out a couple of slot machines, and we didn't win anything. But I think we said, okay, we're going to spend like maybe $30, and that's it, because I'm not going to go and lose all my money. So it was fun, though. We had a really fun trip. I got a lot of pictures, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get all of my pictures into my project life. So that's a whole nother challenge. But that little black die cut says, be kind, be you, and be strong. It kind of goes with the whole survivor's theme. So I'm just putting that down. And then my husband came up with the idea of finding some. He's like, oh, why don't you put some like rope or lassos or something on there? It would look really cool. So I Googled it, and I tried to tie up some lassos with some twine, and it didn't work out too well. But I did just find some twine and go ahead and made up like little fake things of rope. I always like taking little pieces of paper and using them for something. It's not that I can't throw them out. It's just that, I don't know, I like the look of those pieces of paper, which makes absolutely no sense of what I'm doing right now. But I don't know, I just liked it. It kind of looked like it was like a poster that was hung up on a wall or something. Yeah, that's weird. But anyways, I hemmed and hawed about the title, and I came up with, finally, Hello Friend. And I love these alphas that we got in our kit. I don't know if they're made by American Crafts. I'm not sure, but I think they're adorable. And then I just found some random mini alphas in my Project Life kit just to put the word friend down the side, because I knew I wanted some tiny letters, and I wanted them to stand out on that yellow because it's kind of a busy layout, and I wanted people to be able to see the title. So, hello friend. And then I got that little butterfly that I tucked behind the larger flower. So I'm going to put down some enamel dots. And I think, yeah, I don't really have any rhyme or reason for enamel dots as far as where I put them. Some people, you know, like to put them in a triangle, and I don't know, I've never really come up with a method that seems to work consistently. I just kind of stick them down where I think they look pretty. So I put down like 3 different colors just to add some pop to my layout. And I'm not sure which enamel dots those are, but that doesn't matter. So here I'm going to go ahead and add some paint splatter, and as usual I put the paint splatter on before I'm finished with my layout, and then I stick my hands in it and smudge it. So I'm kind of like telling myself, don't do that again, because I think I do it every single time. Because after I put this paint splatter on, I remember I wanted to put the little twine there, make my little fake lassos. So I am finding spots to put them in. In the twine, it's kind of, I don't know what you'd call it. It's kind of like ropey looking. Does that make sense? And I don't know, it kind of went along with the burlap texture of the flowers. And I'm gonna use 2 different ropes. So yeah, it was hard coming back from vacation, but the good thing was we were gone for a week, and we came back and there was no snow. So when we left, there was tons of snow, and when we came back, there was no snow. So that was awesome. But sorry, my dog's coughing again. I apologize. Right when I'm just about to finish, she starts coughing, the poor thing. She's on more antibiotics, so hopefully she's going to start feeling better here pretty soon. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little stamp on here that I think, what does it say? I'm trying to remember what it says. I knew I already had the date on there, so I think it says today or something. I can't remember, but anyway, so I did that, and thanks you guys for watching and listening to my personal life's journey, and I'm going to add some photos, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.